Out of every difficulty in Geometry Dash, Extreme Demons are the most interesting concept out of all. They span from levels you can beat in a few hours if you only know how the game works, to the very hardest levels in the game that even the best players have to put tens of thousands of attempts in if they wish to beat them. Something tells me that at least 352 of you haven't beaten a single Extreme Demon, so for all those of you out there, I'll be presenting the 5 easiest Extreme Demons in Geometry Dash, and then hopefully you'll be able to beat at least one of them. But before we get into the video, let me show you something very interesting. According to Social Blade, I am the 74th most subscribed channel in my country. Only one spot ahead of me, we have a channel called Perpetuum Jazile at the 73rd place. Apparently, the channel is owned by a huge choir that does a lot of singing, and I can say they're pretty popular here. So I only need 300 subscribers to pass them, and you can help me a lot by subscribing if you haven't yet. If you think I can pass them, comment #Geometry Dash, and if you think they will win, write #singing. Anyways, enough of that, let's begin with our Extreme Demon session. Sitting at the 5th spot, we're beginning with Ice Carbon Diablo X, or ICDX as most people refer to it. ICDX originates from the 1.6 update, so it's probably older than most of the people who play it. When it was created by Roadbows, it was considered so difficult that it had to be hacked, but Robtop was so impressed by that method that he simply had to raid it. Today, the level has hundreds of victors, myself included. It primarily focuses on the ship gameplay and is overall pretty similar to Clubstep with no major difficulty spikes except for the tight ship corridors where everyone who beat the level died at least once. The reason I would recommend ICDX as one of your first Extreme Demons to beat is because it features way fewer mechanics than modern day Extremes. The robot, spider, and wave game modes, for example, aren't even included because they didn't exist yet when the level was made. So if you dislike the spider game mode like I do and have some experience with the ship gameplay, this is the level made for you. ICDX also stands for I Can't Do Extremes, and that just double checks its purpose. 4th place on this list belongs to Spectral Temptation, a mega collab hosted by Disc Joker. This one actually comes from the newest update, but that's not surprising at all since the game developer hasn't released a new one for over 1,000 days. Spectral Temptation has way more variety than ICDX, it doesn't focus on one specific game mode, and actually requires muscle memory as well. Its overall difficulty, however, is easier than ICDX, and that's why it's been jumping from Extreme Demon to Insane Demon rating again and again. Many Geometry Dash players, even mobile users, were able to pass the level in an average of 1,000 attempts. There are no major difficulty spikes except for the last wave at 94%, which stops many players from continuing their progress. Even I died there once and never played it since. But that doesn't mean you can't beat it. I would suggest Spectral Temptation to you if you were able to pass the weekly demon every time for the past few weeks with no problems and no rage. Might be a large jump, but it's worth it. 3rd place goes to The Lost Existence, one of Jonathan's most popular levels. That level became an Extreme Demon very recently, and it caused a lot of complaints from the community since its gameplay is, according to them, too easy to be an Extreme Demon. Still, the level has had its Extreme Demon rating for over a month now, and it seems it's going to stay that way. As mentioned, its gameplay is far easier than Spectral Temptation or ICDX. What makes it hard is its length. The Lost Existence is 5.5 minutes long, and it requires a full-time focus, or else you can mess up and die very easily. For that matter, I would recommend The Lost Existence if you have no trouble with long-term focus and consistency. It surprisingly has no difficulty spikes, it's very consistent and homogeneous in terms of gameplay. Jonathan also took inspiration from a few levels while he was making it, such as Deadlocked and Lonely Travel, so if you beat those 2 levels, it might help you. The second easiest Extreme Demon out of all time is obviously Caclysm. Caclysm has a very rich history of being the game's hardest level for a long time before it was updated to its newer version. The level was started not too long after ICDX was released, but just like that level, it was hack verified by its creator. Honestly, the only reason Caclysm is viewed as a hard level is due to its history. For many updates, it was regarded as the game's hardest possible creation, and that turned it into a fabled legendary level. In reality, it's not even that hard. It features ball and cube timings, a bit of straight fly and some waving. Nothing too serious if you're an ambitious Geometry Dash player. Caclysm is currently a legacy demon on Pointer Crate with over 700 victors from all over the world. With a pinch of determination, it can be overcome. The easiest Extreme Demon award in the game goes to Liak. Liak is the most recent level out of all on this list, and by far the easiest. If you want my personal opinion, Liak should be an insane demon for a couple reasons, one of them being its length. It only features 67 seconds of gameplay, which makes it one of the shortest Extreme Demons in the game, but that's not the primary reason for its overrate. What makes it so easy is the synchronization of gameplay. Liak is so well synced to its song that, as I stated once while streaming it, The music literally plays the game for you. All you have to do is click to the rhythm and you're basically halfway there. Even despite all that, Liak might cause problems for newer players since it requires a lot of muscle memory with its fast-paced gameplay, which isn't the easiest to learn, but I know people who managed to beat it in less than 2 hours. I personally beat it twice because the first completion footage looked like it was COVID infected, but I rebeat it and could probably beat it even more times. Thank you, Enzor. So to sum it up, if you want to get better at muscle memory, go for Liak and then Spectral Temptation after it. And if you wish to improve your ship skill, go for ICDX and then Caclysm. Consistency is a category of its own, and to improve that, the Lost Existence is the level you should give a shot. Once you beat all 5, you should be ready for harder extreme demons, and eventually you might become one of the best, but only time will tell. Thank you so much for watching, hope this helps you in the future, and make sure to subscribe to help me pass Perpetuum Jazzalib before their next concert. We can do it. See you later, gamers. Goodbye.